Hello and welcome to another video here on my design and lettering channel. My name is Miri and today we're gonna set up my bullet journal for March. And because March is the season where the Sakura trees are blooming, I thought let's do that for a setup. So if you're here to plan along with me, make sure you have your favorite stationeries ready and some pink pens for the blossoms. And if not, sit back, relax and enjoy this video. By the way, sorry for the lighting, but the weather here in the last days is really horrible. It's sunny in 1 minute and really dark in the next. So yeah, sorry for that, but it will get better in a bit. As you can see, I already made some sketches for my setup, but they are really rough. I started here by painting the first flower. And because the painting is so small, you can paint the blossoms really sketchy. They have 5 petals in an oval shape. I've drawn a lot of them here and varied the angles. Then I went in with this micron pen in this pinkish color and drawn some dots for the middle. For the stamen, I think it's called. Next I went in with this Faber-Castell Pit Artist pen in pale pink and drawn the petals in lightly. It's my lightest color, and as you can see here, I'm not painting the full flower and leaving some white spaces. In the next step, I went in with the next color. It's a bit darker, pinkisher, and it's the Kali brush from online. But yeah, you can just use the pinks you have at home. Just make sure you have some lighter ones and darker ones to make it more interesting. And then I took out this pink Crayola pen, sprayed it a bit with water and went in with this brush for the middle part of the blossoms to darken them a bit more, to give it more depth. And then with this Faber-Castell Pit Artist pen in the color dark sepia, I drawn in the stem. And I made it a bit jagged, so it's looking more natural. By the way, if you liked this video so far, please give me a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to this channel so you won't miss any videos that I will post. Here I went in with the micron pen again and made some dots in the middle and filled the empty spaces with some buttons. Then I went in with my Tombow N89, I think, and drawn in the shadows for the vase. Then I used some pigment from this beige Crayola pen and used that to draw the vase in. But again, I didn't paint all the vase, but left some white spaces. The same I did for this banner where I will write March. You could also go right in with the pen, but I don't like the pen lines when overlapping, so I like this method more. Then again, with this Kelly brush, I've drawn in some flying petals to fill that space. With this beige mild liner, I lined the oval shape around the cherry blossom. And with my trusty Tombow, I filled the background. With my smallest pigment liner, it's the 005, I wrote a mini calendar and had to check when the month starts. Next, I painted some butterflies. With the dark sepia pen, I wrote March. And filled the butterflies with the pale pink Pit Artist pen. And then we can switch over to write the quote. I chose for this month, the only lasting beauty is the beauty of the heart, because everything else has a time limit. I used the same color palette as before to write the words. I thickened the downstrokes for the word heart. And with the Tombow, I wrote lasting in this cursive font. And doesn't it look cute already? Next, I cut out the right side of the page to create a Dutch door. And then I wanted to decorate the right side with some lace again, because I think it's so cute. And I decided to go with that one. But first I had to cut the next page as well, because I wanted to place the lace on the third page. And then again, I decorated the background with this dotted checkered lines. And that's it for now for the front page. Let's move on to my calendar page. I started here again with painting the next Sakura branch. And somewhere here in the process, I started to draw the petals in one line. It was so much faster. And like I said, it's not that important to draw it really lifelike and correct, because you have so many of these blossoms and it looks cute, even though they are not perfect. But it's the general picture that is important here. I made the same steps as before and used the same colors. Again, I made the stem really jagged and rough and went thinner towards the end. And at the end I kind of flicked my hand to get this really thin branch end. And then with the pigment liner in red, I filled the spaces again with some buttons. The same liner I used for the calendar. And again, I used this incomplete lining method. I kind of prefer that over the straight complete lines. I don't know why, but I think it looks cuter somehow. With this light pink color, I marked a space for the header and for the days. With my jumbo, I filled that space with the checkered design again, because I wanted there something, but it shouldn't be too prominent. And this checkered design is perfect for that. And that's it for my calendar page. Let's move on to the next page, which will be my habit tracker and content planner pages. I used the pinkish pigment liner to write the titles, habit, and content. And with the Cali brush, I marked the spaces for the headers again. And with the Tombow, I marked the spaces for the tracker. As well as for the health tracker and the content planner. For the health tracker and content planner, I also used the brush side and marked every second line. Then with the brownish pigment liner, I wrote the titles for the trackers, which are sport, go for a walk, dog training, Instagram, and then health and video status for the content planner. In the bottom corner, I wanted a Sakura branch again, but this time I wanted it to be like this bonsai looking tree, because I really liked the whimsical touch of it. And for the coloring, I did the same as we did already before. And for the stem, I wanted it to look like the stem is screwed in. So I've drawn that in roundish lines and left some white spaces in between. With the Tombow N49, I've drawn in the earth and the empty spaces of the tree I filled in with some buds again. Then I marked in my space for the note section and remembered I forgot to draw in the pot. So I've done that with some grayish and beige colors. I thickened the downstrokes on the titles here as well. And that's it for my habit tracker and content page. Now we can start to set up my weekly pages. For this, I cut out the sides of 2 pages, so we have that again in this Dutch door style. I left a space for tabs and rounded the corners. Then again I started by decorating the page, and here again I wanted a mini Sakura tree in a pot. It's the same process as before, and that's why I sped up the painting here. The stem I drawn in, screwed in again. And is that not looking cute? I really love that. And as you can see, I painted the pot in here, but only colored in the like the shadow areas. With the Pit Artist pen in pale pink, I lined the weekly box. And colored the tabs in with the pinkish Crayola as well as with the Cali brush. But my camera didn't record that. And then I started by writing the title for my weekly pages, which of course is March. Under that, I placed a mini calendar using the brownish pigment liner. And I believe the liners are in the size 01. I found them on Amazon and really liked the muted colors. I made a place for notes and lined every second line with my Tombow brush pen. On the left side, I marked a space for main to-dos. With the pinkish Crayola, I marked the place where I can write the weekdays. And yeah, I totally forgot to write in the numbers, but I will put them somewhere in the bottom of the boxes. And then I used these washi tapes from my Notebook Therapy Moonlit Alchemy set. As well as from this washi tape vintage style set, which I will also link in the info box. The same washi tape I used for the main page as well, because I found the space there a bit empty as well. And I really like this washi tape. And over that I will place the smaller washi tape to make it a bit more interesting. And that's it for this month's setup. Let's flip through the pages. Honestly, I already love this setup. It really turned out so cute. What do you think about it? Do you like it as well? Which page do you like the most? Let me know in the comments. And with that, I wish you all a wonderful day and hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye!